Evening everybody, how you doing? Making a real quick little video using the front facing camera this time, just so I can see what I'm actually recording. Oops, kicked something, doing well. I wanted to try and show my bridge a little bit. I figured I'd use the front facing camera so I can actually see where I'm pointing, so I'll probably be looking off to the side while I'm trying to keep this in view, but yeah, anyway, how are you doing? Like I said, I thought I'd make a real quick little video. Had a very, as per usual, had a very busy week at work, but I've got tomorrow off. So I've just opened a can of Monster and I'm gonna stay up as late as I can, which will probably be about 10 o'clock. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I thought I would just show off my bridge piercing. For some, whatever odd little reason, just this last week, it's really started settling down again. Not entirely sure why. It just does things randomly out of the blue, like just whenever it feels like chilling out, it chills out, and whether it gets grumpy, it gets grumpy. But yeah, that's the so just over this last week or so, it's improved so much. This is the side where I've spoken about before. See if I can get closer. This here, this little purpley coloured bit there, that's the big scar that's been there quite a while. And even that's settled down quite a bit this week, which is nice. Makes it actually helps the jewellery sit a little bit more flush against my the actual bone in my nose, which is nice. And this other side here is the bit where it randomly grew completely out of the blue. It just grew massive and got really big, and it all swelled up. My hands are pretty grubby, sorry. It all swelled up and got nasty, and now it's still a little bit there. You can still see it's raised a little bit around that edge, but it's settling right back down again, very, very nicely. I've said this before, and I'll probably say it 100 times again. I had no idea why it does it. It just does it completely randomly out of the blue. But yeah, it started settling right down again for whatever reason. It's certainly not a bad thing. So I figured I'd show it off a little bit while it's starting to settle down, just to get it on camera while it's actually looking not too bad. No doubt another week it will go crazy again. But yeah, so that's not too bad. Pretty happy with that. So I'm still planning on stretching it a little bit more. I'm not planning on doing it in the near future, but at some point, maybe this year, hopefully this year. But I might try and get some jewellery made in between millimeters, because I did try a while ago. I thought I didn't try to stretch it, but I thought we'd just see how it went if I put a 5mm taper through it, and it got ever so slightly through, and it was very tight and very tender. So I actually didn't try anymore, and just thought I'd leave it a little bit longer, see how it goes. So yeah. So the actual tissue around it is all nice and thick and juicy, which is good, which means I will at some point further down the line be able to stretch it quite comfortably. But I do think going up 0.5mm sizes might be a good idea. It'll just make it easier on the actual tissue itself. It just means I'll have to find someone to actually make the jewellery, and then yeah, obviously it'll be slower. I don't know exactly how big I'll go with it. Probably, I'd like to get it to at least 10, which is over double the size it is now. I'd be able to get a nice little tunnel made for it then. I actually do have a little tiny steel tunnel at this size that I've worn through it in the past. So at some point maybe I'll just pop that in just for a silly little video and just show that off. So it's literally just it's probably about as long as this actually. It's a really long little tunnel. Excuse me. It's a really long little tunnel. It's just some random cheap piece that I've had for, I don't know, probably best part of 15 years. I have no idea how long I've had that or where I got it from. But yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point just for be a little bit silly. But yeah, so yeah, that's that. That's how that's going at the moment anyway. My septum, I don't know if you can see very well. I'm in the bathroom at the moment, so the lighting's not as good as it is in the other room. It's a little bit red here, and that's because I'm starting to twist it around again. So literally all I do, I sort of slide it inside the nose. I'll push it a little bit to the side like that, and then just let it rest so it sits slightly off center from where it wants to sit, and that's what makes it a little bit red, and that's where it's sort of wearing new tracks slightly further over to that side. So in the long run that will help it to straighten back out again, and I'll probably have to do that. Wouldn't surprise me if I end up having to do that pretty much every time I stretch it, but that's fine, it's not the end of the world. It's just part of it for me. So yeah, it is a little bit tender on that side, just where I've been twisting it that way, because obviously that's where all the pressure is being put when I twist it around inside. Ooh, low noise. Anyway, sorry. I'm sure that was lovely. Yeah, maybe it's not the other side of it. That'd be quite fun, I reckon, when if I put a little tunnel through here, just to try and get a picture sideways of it through both. I have done that before, a long time ago, and I'll have to try and do that and actually get it on video. But yeah, that was basically all mod-wise. My hair is finally starting to get long enough again that it almost completely covers my ears, which I actually quite like that. I know before I shaved my head, I had quite long hair at one point, and you actually couldn't see my ears at all when it was long enough. Obviously, being quite curly, it sort of gives the illusion of it being quite thick and puffy, and it literally just covers everything up. And I actually quite like that. I quite like not being able to see them in a weird way. But yeah, so I had my head shaved for what, about 2 years, about 6 months, sorry. And then I started letting it grow out again as soon as I got the job driving. So it's now been just about 2 years since I've started letting my hair grow again. You know, it's starting to get thicker again, which is alright. I'm fine with that. It's a little bit scruffy, but I like being scruffy, so it suits me quite well. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically it anyway. I will make a, I say I've got tomorrow off work. It's, Easter Friday. But I'm going over with my parents. Myself and Anna are both going over with my parents for lunch. So that'll be quite nice. And then I have Saturday and Sunday off before going back to work. Well, I'm working Easter Monday. But Saturday I will make a little video about the new earrings. They've turned up. I didn't do an unboxing type video just because I had them addressed to my mum's, and because I didn't know how much longer I was going to be here or how long they would take to actually be made and then shipped over. So I had them sent to my mum's, and she wanted to see what they looked like, so I opened them up with her so she could have a look at them. She actually said she really liked them, which is strange because she's not really into piercings and stuff. But yeah, she actually said she really liked the jewellery. So yeah, I'll do a proper video with that on, probably on Saturday. I'll post something up then. So yeah, I'll post a proper little video talking a bit about, got a little bit to say about them. I'm very happy with them. But they are, anyway, I won't get into it now, I'll wait until Saturday. Yeah, so yeah. So it's, yeah, red nose. See, that side's fine. It is just that side where I'm twisting it around that way a bit more. That'll be right. Anyway, on Saturday I will use the back camera again, so you can actually see things better. I don't know how well this will come out. It's obviously a little bit grainier, being a little useless front screen camera. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling. Speak to you again soon. I'll see you on Saturday. Have a good, whatever you're doing, Easter and all that if you celebrate it. Ta-ra!